So Roblox Studio just released a new update and it's honestly pretty insane. So last week when I logged in, I noticed something was different. The entire UI of Roblox Studio had been updated, and it honestly looks pretty good in my opinion. So it turns out that this update is called the Next Gen Studio Update. So I guess they've been working on this update for a really long time since they've already shown the preview last summer. So it's been in the making for over a year now. And this update is going to be something you either love or hate. And judging by most of the comments, I'm going to guess most of you guys hate it. So I hope I don't lose subscribers from this, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I actually really like this update. And let me show you why. So to enable this feature, or to turn it off if you really hate it, you can just go to File, go under Beta Features, and then go under the section that says Next Gen Studio Preview, and you can toggle that off or on and just click Save. It'll ask you to reset Studio, so go ahead and do that. Once you have it turned on, it will look something like this. So this new UI looks just much cleaner and much neater than before, and I really like the icons that they've decided to use for this. I think this looks really cool, and I'm really glad that Roblox Studio doesn't look like software from 2015. So yeah, it looks really good. So let's go over some of the main new features and some of the things that people don't like about it. So the first thing to talk about is the new play and testing controls. So if you notice in the top left corner now, you'll see a new section where you can run tests on your game. So instead of having a play button that was like somewhere over here, you now have it in the top left corner, and you can just directly toggle it from here. You can test your game, you can run your game, you can run a local server with clients in it as well. Basically the exact same stuff you did before, except they just moved it over here. Now, one of the big things with this updates are the use of custom tabs and toolbars. So what are those? Well, tabs are basically these things up here at the top. You know them as the Home, Model, Avatar, UI, Script, and Plugin tabs. So what you can do now is you can actually create a new tab and put all of the tools that you use for Roblox Studio in that tab. And you can customize it to have all the tools that you use on a regular basis. So let's say I wanted to put all my building tools into one tab. I could just click that plus sign over there, like in the browser, and then just name my new tab. Now I can right click and add all the different kinds of tools that I like. So maybe I'll add the delete tool here. So that adds it in the corner over here. And let's say I want to add a little divider just to make everything neater. I just right click and click add divider. So let's go ahead and add a few more tools. Alright, so I have 3 different tools. I have the delete tool, the 16 stud tool, and then the adding a local script tool. Now let's say you have these tools over here. Now if you want to move them, it would be a little finicky because what you actually have to do is right click it and then manually click move left. So they don't actually have a click and drag option yet, so that kind of sucks. But I heard they are working on that, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. So yeah, you can add new tabs, you can create custom toolbars, and now you have a brand new testing and control system up here. In this update, you actually also have the option to have custom shortcuts. So what you can do is you can go to File and go to Customize Shortcuts. So Roblox Studio by default already has a lot of different default shortcuts, like clicking F will zoom into a particular part, Control C will copy an object, Control V will paste that object. Well, if there are some tools that you use a lot, you can actually go to that tool and then create your own keyboard shortcut. So let's say I wanted to have a shortcut that will insert a spawn into my workspace. So I will just go to the column next to the spawn and I will press the key that I want to use to insert a spawn. So let's say I want the letter E to be my shortcut. Alright, so I've just saved the shortcut, and if I press E, it should insert a spawn. And there you go. So I've just created my own custom shortcut, and you can do that with basically anything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You're also able to hide the top tab over here. So let's say I don't like these labels here. I think they're getting in the way. So I can just go ahead and click hide labels. And as you can see, all of the words that are displaying what each of the buttons are disappears. And I can toggle that and unhide it. You also have the option of docking and undocking the ribbon, and it basically hides this entire bit over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that undock ribbon button. As you can see, you can actually hide the top part. As I hover away, you can see that it's been minimized and it takes up less room. Now there are a few issues with this new generation Roblox Studio interface. Now I've been told by a lot of people that this new gen Studio UI is kind of buggy. So sometimes you have random pop-ups showing up, sometimes you have the GUIs overlaying each other, and I've also heard that it actually slows the performance of Studio down by like almost half sometimes, so that's not good. So that'll have to be something that they work on. Another thing that's kind of annoying is that if you notice, a lot of these tabs have a lot of empty spaces. Like look at this UI tab, like look at all that wasted space here, and it doesn't give us an option of adding any of our tools, any of our GUI related tools onto here, so it's kind of wasted space, I'd say. Since they've kind of minimized the amount of buttons that they have by default, you'll notice that a lot of the tools are missing. So what you actually have to do is go under Window and then go under these specific sections to go find the stuff that you need, which is kind of annoying. So you either have to do that or you have to go into a new tab and manually add the tools that you need yourself, which is kind of annoying. And I think a big thing is that a lot of people aren't used to this new layout yet. And I think a big reason why people don't like this update is because people aren't used to it yet. The old Studio UI has been out for years, and this one has just been forced onto us by Roblox. So I guess a lot of people aren't really used to it yet. The major problems with this is that there are a lot of bugs, and you've kind of given us a really short time frame to adapt to this new interface, because the legacy version will be removed in June when they push this out for everyone. So yeah, I mean, my advice would just be delay the release, or at least let us use the legacy version for now until you manage to fix all the bugs in this new version. So yeah, that's my take on Roblox Studio's new gen update. Hey you, do you want to learn scripting? If so, check out my course on Udemy. I'll leave links in the description and in the comments below. This course will take you through the complete basics of the Roblox Studio interface and programming on Roblox, with quizzes and notes to reinforce your understanding. Then we'll move to the more advanced concepts where I'll teach you everything you need to become a master scripter. Finally, we're going to put it all together to make your very first Roblox game. By the end of this course, you'll have the skills to bring your ideas to life. Are you ready? Join me today and let's start creating.